the Great Migration.
Between 2008 and 2019, 18,000 companies have left California for more tax and regulatory friendly states.
Don, we're talking about Elon Musk moving from California to Texas.
Oracle saying they are changing their corporate headquarters from Redwood Shores, California to Austin, Texas.
And while it may be an overstatement to say California is hemorrhaging people, some of California's wealthiest residents, like Elon Musk, are leaving too.
California has to realize that eventually all of the anti-business laws and regulations they pass, we're going to catch up with them.
Erica Douglas was an early part of the exodus. She moved her SEO software company, Whoosh Traffic, and her employees to Austin 6 years ago.
I can remember writing one check to the state of California for 1 year, and it was like $24,000 for a year, and that was just income tax to the state. That was not federal tax.
The state's population and job growth have both slowed to a trickle. Census data shows more than 650,000 people left in 2019, after 7 years in a row where departures were on the rise. In fact, California has lost more people to other states than it's gained for much of the last 2 decades. And with the rise of remote work in 2020 adding extra flexibility, over 135,000 more people left California than moved here, the third largest net migration loss ever recorded.
As we lose really successful businesses such as Oracle and Hewlett-Packard, that changes how many high-paid jobs we're going to have. It changes really the whole nature of the state. It changes how many tax dollars go into Sacramento, how many tax dollars fund our schools, whether there's money left over to repair roads and bridges. It's really a huge problem that the state is facing.
We asked the experts and those leaving, what's behind this trend? Can anything be done to reverse it? Or is this a true shift for business in California as we know it?
Okay, another episode on how the Californication state is doing. The biggest mass migrations going on right now. 135,000 people a year on average are leaving California because it's got so crazy there. They're paying like 63% more now since the Democrats got in 2020. This is 2022. So the gas prices have gone up. Los Angeles now, it's it's $7.28 a gallon. I mean, it's getting nuts there. So 135,000 people on average are pulling out. They got to get out of there because Sleepy Joe, President Biden, they call him. Vice President Harris are from there. Nancy Pelosi, the space cadet from, House of Representatives, Speaker or whatever, she's in there. You get all these really wacko people. They've increased the income tax rate to 13.3%. State. I'm not talking federal. State income tax. It's the highest in America. Okay. It's the number one highest cost of living for any businesses. The business costs. It's rated number 50. It's like it's the most expensive state if you want to start a business up in California. Okay, you got this guy, Governor Newsom, Newsom. 465,000 people signed a petition, almost 500,000 people to impeach the guy. I mean, it's chaos. California is chaos. But they needed another 10,000 votes or something to impeach him, according to federal law. They just had to get a few more thousand votes. You know, you got Vice President Harris, you know, who I think was involved with, you know, legalizing illegal drugs, you know, like marijuana and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, and California was the first state to legalize illegal drugs. You know, so just realize California is a really bad state. 135,000 people leaving each year. There was 1,800 companies, major companies, all the way up to the top level, are leaving, have left California since 2016. Just in the last 6 years, 5 or 6 years. 1,800 companies have left California because they've come up with all kinds of tax laws, which, you know, the big companies, you know, they can go to other states and not have to pay those high taxes. So that's what they're going to do. Let's see. Average gas people in Los Angeles as of 2 weeks ago, this is May now, May 2022, are paying $7.28 a gallon for gas in California. Okay. Food prices skyrocketed on average, I think around 36% in California. But other prices, like meat prices, have gone up even more than that. Just a major exodus, what they call an exodus. It's when a mass migration leaves a state because it's getting so bad. They have the highest rate of you know, homeless people. They can't, you know, they're all getting, they can't afford their homes anymore. They're out on the street. They can't afford the prices. So now they're sleeping in tents and everything. You know, the homeless rate is the highest in the whole United States, in California. Trying to think of anything else I could say here. I mean, it's California. Yeah, one friend of mine said he's thinking about going to California. I'm like, are you kidding me? Have you looked at what's going on there? I mean, that's crazy. California, and you know, and the other thing is the crime rate's going to just skyrocket because everyone's out of their homes. Nobody has food. You know, and then the crime rate rises. You know, if you don't have food, you need to get like bread for your child. You're getting pretty desperate, you know, and you're probably gonna result to, you know, stealing, theft, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I mean, even the rent prices. They said the average rent price, if you want to go to California, is over $5,000 now a month. So you better have a darn good job. Yeah, if you want to pay over $5,000 a month just for your, you know, for a place to bed down, you know, have a bed and a shower, you know, I mean, $5,000 a month. I mean, that's, you know, that's crazy. So, I think that's about it. Like I say, all the big companies, all the important companies have left California already. And there's a major exodus of people leaving California. And that is definitely not the right state to go to, you know. So anyway, that's what this episode is about the economy in 2022, May. What's going on in California. I'm in Southern California, actually Southern California, Arizona border. So I know what's going on out here. It's really bad news. And it's going to get worse, especially crime. It's going to get much worse. Because also the Biden administration, the Democrats, this is all going on because of the Democrats. You know, that wacko Newsom that they tried to impeach is a Democrat. You know, and Pelosi's a Democrat from California also. And Harris, Vice President Harris, she's also from California. She's a Democrat. And they're now allowing like 140, 150,000 illegal immigrants to come into our country that are repeat offenders, sex offenders and stuff, drug dealers and stuff. And she's, you know, the Biden administration, you know, the Democratic Party is allowing this again. Trump had it under control, and now it's gone crazy down here at the border, you know, the Mexican border of California, Arizona, Texas. Those areas now are getting nuts again. I mean, it's getting really bad down here. So, just to let you know, if you plan on coming here, maybe for a week vacation, but I'd be real careful. You get down here because there's all kinds of illegal sex offenders and all kinds of people down here now. Okay, Ziegler out in the deserts of southern Arizona, California area, signing off.